Hey everyone, hope you are doing well. I am here at a McDonald's working today, just being out in the community, and I wanted to share my Devos with Pastor Danny. We're looking at Nahum chapter 1. I just want to read it real quick for you and then share some really great insights from a guy named Charles Spurgeon. First, it says, the pronouncement concerning Nineveh, the book of the vision of Nahum, the Elkoshite, or really swell guy. First, it says, the Lord is a jealous and avenging God. The Lord takes vengeance and is fierce in wrath. The Lord takes vengeance against his foes. He is furious with his enemies. The Lord is slow to anger, but great in power. The Lord will never leave the guilty unpunished. His path is the whirlwind and storm, and clouds are the dust beneath his feet. He rebukes the seas and dries it up, and he makes all the rivers run dry. Bashan and Carmel wither, even the flower of Lebanon withers. The mountains quake before him, and the hills melt. The earth trembles at his presence, the world and all who live in it. Who can withstand his indignation? Who can endure his burning anger? His wrath is poured out like fire, even rocks are shattered before him. But he will completely destroy Nineveh with an overwhelming flood, and he will chase his enemies into darkness. Whatever you plot against the Lord, he will bring it to complete destruction. Oppression will not rise up for a second time, for they will be consumed like entangled thorns, like the drink of a drunkard, and like straw that is fully dry. One has gone out from you who plots evil against the Lord and is a wicked counselor. And here's what Spurgeon says about these verses. He says, God being slow to anger means he doesn't ever strike without threatening. And what he means by that is a lot of times we will do something when we're angry and then say something. And what Spurgeon's saying about God is he's never going to strike without threatening. And he says it this way. He says he will not cut down the tree that obstructs the ground until he has dug around and fertilized it. He will not at once slay the person whose character is the most vile until he has first cut him by the prophets. He will not chop him by judgments. He will warn the sinner before he condemns him. He will not strike the city without warning. And I love that picture that he's not going to remove the tree until he's actually fertilized it, until he's tried to take care of it. He's doing everything he can to warn us, to share his love and grace with us. But at some point, he's got to cut the tree. And it goes on to say, the world's not going to be drowned, meaning the flood, until 8 prophets have been preaching in it, and Noah, the 8th, comes to prophesy the coming of the Lord. He will not strike Nineveh until he's sent to Jonah. He gives many warnings before he slays a man, Spurgeon would say. And what it's saying is, man, God gives us time and time again, chance after chance after chance, grace upon grace. And at some point, he's got to act, right? If we continue to reject Jesus, reject God the Father, then he's got to cut the tree. And so the good news for you and me is that there is grace found in this. When he won't slay the person whose character is the most vile until he's first cut him by the prophets, he's saying, I'm with you. I'm showing you my love continuously without end. But at some point, if you want to go the way you want to go, I'm going to allow you to. But the good news for you and me is even when we stray away from God, he's still there waiting for us, waiting to receive us back into his arms. And so know today that no matter where you've been or what you've done, Jesus is for you. He loves you. And he gives you this mercy and grace, and he invests in you, and he throws as much fertilizer around you and around me as he can, trying to show us his love and his grace to you and me each and every day of our lives. So I pray that you go with that hope and that joy. He's not a God who wants to cut you down. He's a God who wants to grow you up because he loves you. Have a great day. We'll see you soon.